slimy green balls. If that reminds you of the last time that you had Brussels sprouts, this video might change your mind. Brussels sprouts can be absolutely incredible when they're cooked right, and I'm going to show you how to do it. For the best result, always use fresh, never frozen Brussels sprouts. Now ideally they would come loose so you can grab the ones of equal size, unlike what comes in the bag. Now remove any of the loose or discolored leaves, then trim off the stem, and cut them in half to maximize the surface area. This is going to make it a lot easier to caramelize the cut side of the sprouts. And don't worry, I'm not going to make you watch me do them all. I made quick work of them through the magic of editing. Grab the sprouts and put them in a bowl or a zipper bag. We're going to put them off to the side for a bit while we prepare something else. Because Brussels sprouts are really good, but I love the sweetness of roasted carrots and are going to cook some at the same time. Make sure they're about 1/4 inch thick or less so they cook at the same rate as the sprouts. Coat the Brussels sprouts and carrots with about 2 tablespoons of your favorite cooking oil. Then coat them generously with garlic salt. Real garlic would burn at the high roasting temperatures, and this gives you a good garlic punch without the risk of bitterness. I use a little bit more than I normally would for vegetables, but I also add some fresh cracked pepper to taste. Mix the whole thing together until everything is coated evenly. We're going to throw them on a baking sheet and flip them over so that way the cut side is facing down. The metals are going to transfer more of the heat and help in the caramelization process, and you'll get a better result than if you just threw them on there and let them be. Growing up, fat was enemy number 1, and so all of our vegetables were steamed, and that is the most tasteless, bland way to make vegetables there is. Tonight, we're going to roast them, and so that way we can get all of the flavor, get some of the sugars caramelized, and really knock it out of the park. The air quality in Utah right now is terrible, and so we've got a burn ban. That means I'm going to cook on my gas grill instead of charcoal, but charcoal would work just as well. The way I'm setting it up is the middle burner is on low so it doesn't burn from the bottom, and the outside burners are set to whatever I need to make it at about 400 degrees Fahrenheit, and for me today that's about medium. So we're going to throw it in for 15 or 20 minutes, and we'll see how it turns out. Put the tray directly over the center burner. If I had a 2-burner grill, I'd put it over the side that I turned down to low. And you may need to adjust the burner if you're not getting the color that you like on the sprouts. But if it's hot enough, you should get a sizzle like this. My grill cooks hotter in the back, so I'm going to flip it around about halfway through the cook. Then, with a couple of minutes to go, I flipped the sprouts over and made sure that they were the color I wanted. This will also get the tops browned as well. After 20 minutes, these veggies were done, and they came out just as good as cooking them in the oven, and we didn't even have to cook them with bacon like a lot of people do. Brussels sprouts are a real treat and one that I enjoy when the temperatures dip and other vegetables become a lot harder to find. For an added kick, I like to add some lemon juice or some Parmesan cheese. Now don't feel guilty, go ahead and use the stuff that comes in a green can. I'm not going to judge. This recipe comes Mrs. GTE approved, and if you want to check out one of the other recipes that goes well with it, here's my pork tenderloin video. And always consider subscribing so you can stay up with all of our new recipes.